right. All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my YouTube family. Good afternoon, my Clubhouse family. I see you, Ron. Thank you for joining me. Good afternoon, Facebook. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Twitter. I see you. I see you. I see you. And guess what? We're on Wisdom as well. We're on the Wisdom app as well. So we are in about 5 spaces today. We're trying this thing out, and I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. So I just want to thank you for joining us, joining me this afternoon. This afternoon, you know what time it is, 5 o'clock on the East Coast. Keeping Up with Congress, y'all. Keeping Up with Congress. If you are following me here on YouTube, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, notifications, and share. If you follow me on Facebook. No, am I back on Facebook? No, not my personal page, but I have been able to come on my Tamara for Georgia page. So Facebook is still tripping, y'all. They still tripping. They kicked your girl out. So my personal Facebook profile was shut down last week, y'all. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but they still tripping. But I am on Tamara for Georgia, y'all. Tamara for Georgia page on Facebook, Twitter. I see you. And again, we are live on Wisdom, live on the Wisdom app as well. I am Tamara Johnson Shealey. I am your candidate for the United States Senate. I don't care where you are in these United States. I am your candidate. I am your candidate in the United States Senate. A lot of these legislators get it twisted as if they don't have to be accountable to all of America. And we do. My one vote is for you in Congress. So thank you for joining me on this broadcast. Let's dive in. You know, at the top of the hour, I always like to bring you some reparations information. What's going on in the world of reparations? Where are we in this fight? So here's an article that I found. I'm finally catching up on my reading, y'all. I apologize I wasn't able to join you yesterday, but some days, y'all, my time is just not my own. I ended up trying to make it downtown for a meeting that did not work out. I got sidetracked there, but I did make it to an event over in east of Atlanta. I did make it there in the evening, but it was just one of those days, y'all. So the campaign trail is heating up. I'm enjoying every moment of it. We have a race to the United States Senate to win. But let's dive into this reparations information. So this article says Reparations Committee provides an update on funding and applicants. This is what city is this, y'all? This is Evanston. Evanston's new reparations fund has received 146 applications, y'all. We've been following Evanston, Illinois, as they were the first municipality to introduce what they consider to be reparations, y'all. But we know those of us who are in this reparations space, we know that reparations is a federal initiative. It is federal. It is not something that can be handled on a state level or a municipality, city level. It cannot be, but nevertheless, we're following. Evanston's new reparations fund has received 146 applications and $26,230 in donations, y'all. So Evanston they revving up. It says 29 out of the 107 applicants were considered ancestors or Black residents who lived in the city between 1919 and 1969. It says this subgroup of individuals so far is most interested in home improvement and mortgage assistance. So this is how they're getting ready to spend this money. It says the largest application pool is made up of direct descendants, y'all. So however they're defining these, it says ancestors will be prioritized as recipients, followed by direct descendants and a third tier applicants, people who can prove housing discrimination by the city after 1969. It says the city has allocated $400,000 for the first round of applicants, and 16 recipients will be selected. Now, only 16 recipients are going to be selected. But go back up here. It says 107 applicants already, but only 16 recipients will be selected. It says even though funds for only 16 people are available now, the committee plans to inform City Council of the number of people who have qualified for the program to make sure funding is available for the next 16 applicants and potentially more after that. It says still the full $10 million of funding that is expected isn't immediately on hand. It says, since the ancestors will be prioritized, the committee will randomly select from that group for the first few rounds of grants until that list is exhausted. Then we'll move to tier 2, which is the direct descendants, and then to tier 3. It says the committee is intentional about having an aggressively quick timeline, said the committee chair Peter Braithwaite, so that it can begin distributing funds as soon as possible for the first program. It says on November the 11th, the committee will meet to approve the applications. And then on November 22nd, the approved applications will be sent to the council. And on November 30th, the applications will be officially selected. It says the reparations committee was created on November the 9th, 2020. We have been following Evanston, y'all. We have been following Evanston. So they're moving forward, fast forward with their reparations initiative. So let's look at another article here. Ooh, what's up with my computer, y'all? Oh, technology. Why is it blank? Let's see. Let me see. Let's see. Do if I get a little refresh, will it help? Lord help us. Not today. Y'all know the kind of day I had yesterday. You would be like, not today. Give her a break. Let's go on to the next article. Maybe I can come back to that one. Here's one about Detroit. It says Detroiters to vote on reparations. It says make the banks pay. So this is Detroit, Michigan, y'all. It says voters in Detroit, a majority Black city, will have the opportunity November 2nd to join a growing number of cities across the United States in pursuing reparations for racism against the African American population. It says the Detroit resolution, spearheaded by Detroit City Council members Mary Sheffield and Keith Williams, chair of the Michigan Black Democratic Caucus, is listed on the ballot as Proposal R. It says the measure reads, should the city of Detroit establish a reparations committee to make recommendations for housing and economic development programs that address historical discrimination against the Black community in Detroit. It says, although the federal government has continually refused to address the issue of reparations, a growing movement is giving life to this struggle. It says the effort to have cities pursue reparations for African American residents is being promoted across the United States by the mayors organized for reparations and equities. Y'all, we've been following that too. These mayors that have decided that they want reparations for their cities, but we're clear, like, reparations again is federal. We got to be mindful that no municipality and no state can handle the magnitude of what it will take for those of us who are descendants of chattel slavery to be compensated accordingly. We need a whole federal agency, and that's what my plan is about. That is what my plan is about when we get to Congress, y'all. We take our seat in the United States Senate. So here, the next article says the community input sought for reparations commission nomination application process. So here's Asheville, North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina says the city of Asheville is asking for community feedback on the proposed nomination and application process for the Community Reparations Commission. It says the city says the purpose of the survey is to make sure both the nomination and application are easily understood, easy to complete, and that residents can get involved in the process. It says the survey will close on Monday, November 1st. It says this comes after some community activists criticized the city's choice to hire a Durham-based group to serve as the reparations process manager without community input. So now you want to ask the community. Okay, Asheville, North Carolina. So I am Tamara Johnson Shealey. Again, if you are following me right here on Clubhouse, ping some folks into the room. I'll be over there at the half hour. Follow me on YouTube. Thank you. Make sure you are sharing this broadcast. You'll follow me on Facebook on my Tamara for Georgia page. They shut me down, y'all. Shut me down on my personal page, but the Tamara for Georgia page is up. So if you follow me there, make sure you're sharing. Let people know where I am. I'm not lost. I'm not gone. They got me in some sort of Facebook prison. It's beyond jail. They got, it's Facebook jail. At least when you're gonna get out. This I'm waiting to hear back. Had to send them a picture of my driver's license. I felt so violated. Oh, yeah. And we're on Wisdom, y'all. There's a new app called Wisdom. So we are broadcasting live. Hello, Wisdom. Hello, my new Wisdom family over there. Thank you for tuning in and listening in. As we are keeping up with Congress, I come to you, of course, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 5:30. But I told you, if I'm not here, y'all know it's something going on, and I'm somewhere on the campaign trail. So yesterday I wasn't here, but I was making it happen, y'all, making it happen every day. It's about making it happen. You know, this is a campaign that requires resources. So, of course, you know, I got to pass the collection plate. If you have not gone to the website, please do. Tamara, Tamara 4 Georgia spelled out.com. Go to the website, make a donation, do what you can. Every dollar counts. You can mail a check. You could hit me up on Cash App. You can hit me up on Venmo. You can make a donation directly on the site. Please, every dollar counts. We got a whole race to win. Are we going to be able to compete with the millions of dollars that are going to be poured in this campaign? No, we're not going to be able to compete dollar for dollar. Absolutely not. But we're going to run a very strong campaign. Y'all, we know where our strengths are, and we're going to get out and we're going to make it work, and we're going to make it do what it do. This campaign definitely knows how to make a dollar out of 15 cents, but we need more than 15 cents, y'all. So do what you can. Please do what you can. All right, let's keep up with Congress, y'all. I told you we will not, and I repeat, we will not get reparations without negotiations. Our goal is to get to Congress, and we're going to play the game. I had a phone call this morning, and the person was asking me about, you know, possibly helping out in a different arena. And I told them, you know what? I got my blinders on when we go to Congress. You know, we might be a single issue candidate. I might be a single issue candidate, but I will be able to negotiate with getting what we need. I gotta, this message is bigger than me. And when we get to Congress, it's gonna take us being laser focused on why we're there. And we got to be able to negotiate. I don't want our plate to be so full that when we get there that we can't be, nothing comes out of our candidacy. No, that's not going to happen. So going back to the conversation, I just made it clear that when we get to Washington, the priority is reparations. The priority is reparations. I'll bring you up to the stage. Clubhouse family, you are definitely invited to come to the stage, but just hold on. I'm gonna come back over there and chop it up with you guys at the half hour. So give me about 15 more minutes and I'll be over to the Clubhouse space. But thank you for joining me. So let's dive into the bills. We're at the quarter of the hour. I like to get into the bills 15 minutes in and give you 15 bills, y'all. 15 bills. Let's see. Senate Bill 791. We've already made it through 1,000 bills over in the House. We've been doing this since January. So the goal is to get us through 1,000 bills over in the Senate before Thanksgiving. So we're at Senate Bill 791. Senate Bill 791 is the Federal Bird Safe Buildings Act of 2021. This is Senator Cory Booker, y'all. We know who he is. He's a Democrat out of New Jersey. Senator Cory Booker says this is the Federal Bird Safe Buildings Act of 2021. It says this bill requires the General Service Administration, the GSA, to develop and implement strategies for reducing bird fatalities from collisions with public buildings. Specifically, the GSA must incorporate relevant features and strategies into public buildings that are newly constructed, acquired, or substantially altered so as to reduce bird fatalities. The GSA must also develop a related design guide and annually certify its active use. It says the bill's provision do not apply to buildings and sites on the National Registry of Historic Places, the White House and its grounds, the Supreme Court buildings and its grounds, or the U.S. Capitol and any buildings on its grounds. So y'all, we talked about this. I told you that I met a gentleman down in South Georgia who shared with me that, and I saw this to be true, that a lot of the farmland is being used for solar. Solar panels are being installed instead of growing crops. They're using it for solar. And he shared with me that a lot of these birds are like dying, dropping out the sky. And I'm like, what? Like birds are dying as they fly over this these panels? And he's like, yeah, they're like dropping out of the sky. And I'm like, so seeing this bill in Congress, this bill about the birds flying into the into the buildings, there's got to be a way. And I heard it was something to do with their reflection. Someone was able to give us a little more insight, and they're seeing their reflection, or they're seeing the reflection of the sky, and they think it's free and clear. But there's something going on with our birds, and they know it. Like I said, I got privy to it with the solar panels. So the fact that Senator Booker is initiating federal legislation to address the birds, I'm telling you, they know that something's happening to our birds, right? Senate Bill 791. Senate Bill 792 is the Halls Act of 2021. Halls, H-A-U-L-S, Halls Act of 2021. This is Senator Fisher, Deb Fisher. Deb is a Republican out of, what's that, Nebraska, NE? Yeah. It says this bill modifies exemptions with respect to commercial motor vehicle safety regulations involving the transportation of agricultural commodities and farm supplies. So this is the Halls Act. Halls stands for Haulers of Agriculture and Livestock Safety Act of 2021. This is Senator Deb Fisher. She's a Republican out of Nebraska, NE, y'all. Senate Bill 793. Senate Bill 793 is the CBO Show Your Work Act. The CBO Show Your Work Act. This is Senator Mike Lee. Senator Mike Lee, he's a Republican, y'all. Senator Mike Lee is a Republican out of Utah. It says this bill requires the Congressional Budget Office, which is the CBO, to make available to Congress and the public each fiscal model, policy model, and data preparation routine that the CBO uses to estimate the cost and other fiscal, social, and economic effects of legislation. So this is the CBO Show Your Work Act. Accountability, y'all. Accountability. I told you there's certain bills that we see in Congress. We see abortion bills. We see veterans bills. We see a lot of immigration bills, national security bills, gun legislation bills, and we see streamlining of processes. And this kind of falls in there with being accountable, y'all. This is, again, Senator Mike Lee, Republican out of Utah. Senate Bill 794. Senate Bill 794 is the Tax Excessive CEO Pay Act of 2021. This is our very own Bernie Sanders. We all know who he is. Bernie Sanders, he's an independent, y'all, out of Vermont. Bernie Sanders. This is the Tax Excessive CEO Pay Act of 2021. I looked up what Bernie had to say about this. This is his press release. It says the Tax Excessive CEO Pay Act to take on corporate greed by raising taxes on companies that pay their top executives as at least 50 times more than the pay of a median worker. It says the American people understand that. This is a quote from Bernie Sanders. He says the American people understand that today we are moving toward an oligarchic form of society where the very rich are doing phenomenally well and working families are struggling in a way that we have not seen since the Great Depression. He says at a time of massive income and wealth inequality, the American people are demanding that large, profitable corporations pay their fair share of taxes and treat their employees with the dignity and respect they deserve. He says that is what this legislation will begin to do. So that's Senator Bernie Sanders, y'all. Senator Sanders, make these CEOs pay their fair share. Senate Bill 794. Senate Bill 795 is the Emmett Till and Mamie Till Mobley and Roberts Temple National Historic Site Act. This is Senator Tammy Duckworth. We know who she is, Democrat out of Illinois. It says this bill establishes the Emmett Till and Mamie Till Mobley and Roberts Temple National Historic Site in Illinois as a unit of the National Park System. So this is to memorialize Emmett Till and Mamie Till. Senate Bill 796. Hey, Waukesha, come on up to the stage, y'all. Waukesha has, she's just joined me in the clubhouse space. If you do not know who Waukesha Howe is, please, y'all. Next week, Tuesday, is election day here in Atlanta. If you are in Georgia, look her up, Waukesha Howe for Atlanta Public School Board. We got to get her in office, y'all. So, Waukesha, thank you for joining us on the stage. Senate Bill 796. Senate Bill 796 is the Protecting Moms Who Served Act of 2021. Protecting Moms Who Served Act of 2021. This is, again, Senator Duckworth, Tammy Duckworth. She's a Democrat out of Illinois. It says this bill requires the Department of Veteran Affairs to implement the Maternity Care Coordination Program. It says the VA must provide community maternity care providers with training and support with respect to the unique needs of pregnant and postpartum veterans. It says particularly regarding mental and behavioral health conditions in relation to the service of the veteran in the armed forces. So this is Senate Bill 796, Senator Tammy Duckworth of veterans, some veterans legislation, Senate Bill 796. Senate Bill 797, Senate Bill 797. We have about 5 more minutes, y'all, before I head over to the clubhouse space. Senate Bill 797, this is the PACT Act, P-A-C-T Act. It says this bill is to require transparency, accountability, and protections for consumers online. This is Senator Schultz, Brian Schultz. He's a Democrat out of Hawaii, Senator Schultz. Again, we have to know who these legislators are. We won't get reparations, y'all, without negotiations. We got to know who these legislators are. We got to know how they're playing the game. Many of them have a sweet spot, like Senator Duckworth. We know she's a veteran. We know that she's her bills are usually specific to veterans and veterans affairs. So we have to know who they are. So when we get there, we're not trying to figure out how to get what we need. We will be getting what we need along the way as we negotiate. Senate Bill 797, y'all. Let's dive back in. Senate Bill 798. Senate Bill 798 is a bill to amend the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 to ensure that the 2021 recovery rebates are not provided to prisoners. So this is Senator Rick Scott. We know who he is. He's a Republican out of Florida. It says this bill prohibits the payment of the 2021 recovery rebate to prisoners, fugitive, probationers, and parolees. So I looked it up, y'all. The 2021 recovery rebates says it was to offset. It says it's to help offset the financial impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. It says the U.S. government delivered 3 separate economic impact payments, also called stimulus checks, to millions of Americans in 2020 and 2021. It says the first 2 checks were reported on the 2020 tax returns, taxes filed in 2020, and the third stimulus check will affect tax returns filed in 2022. It says this recovery rebate credit is a refundable tax credit that is available to filers who were eligible for the third stimulus but did not receive the correct amount they were due. So this is a 2021 recovery rebate credit, y'all. Senate Bill 799. Senate Bill 799 is the SCALE Act, SCALE Act. This is Senator Coons, Christopher Coons. He's a Democrat out of Delaware. It says this bill establishes programs within the Department of Energy that provide financial support and incentives to develop infrastructure for carbon dioxide capture, transport, utilization, and storage. So this is a Storing CO2 and Lowering Emissions Act, or the SCALE Act. This is Senator Coons, Christopher Coons. He's again Democrat out of Delaware. Senate Bill 800, y'all. Again, the goal is to get us to 1,000 bills before Thanksgiving. I think we might make it. I pray we do. If I don't talk too much, right? Promoting Access to Diabetic Shoes Act. Promoting Access to Diabetic Shoes Act. This is Senate Bill 800. This is Senator Sherrod Brown. He's a Democrat out of Ohio. It says this bill allows a nurse practitioner or physician assistant to fulfill documentation requirements for coverage under Medicare or of special shoes for diabetic individuals. It says under current law, such requirements may be satisfied only by a physician. So I looked it up, wasn't sure, what these diabetic shoes actually looked like, but it says, here was the definitions. It says diabetic shoes decrease the risk of diabetic foot ulcers and thereby reduce amputations. It says they provide support and protection while minimizing pressure points on the feet. They also have extra depth to accommodate diabetic inserts. So I looked them up. I just kind of wanted to see what they look like. So here's some Google search, some ads that popped up. So a very comfortable shoe for those who have diabetes. Senate Bill 800. Senate Bill 801. Senate Bill 801 is the Connected Mom Act. Connected Mom Act. This is Senator Casey, Bill Casey. He's a Republican out of Louisiana. It says this bill requires the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services to report and provide resources for states on coverage of remote physiologic devices and related services, like your blood glucose monitors, under Medicaid, so as to improve maternal and child health outcomes for pregnant and postpartum women. So this is the Connected Mom Act. So this is Connected Maternal Online Monitoring Act, or the Connected Mom Act. Senator Bill Casey is a Republican out of Louisiana. Senate Bill 802. Senate Bill 802 is the Fast Fix Act of 2021. This is Senator James Risch. He's a Republican out of Idaho. That's right, y'all. I have to get my, yes, ID out of Idaho. It says this bill modifies provisions governing the administration of the federal and state technology partnership program, which is considered the FAST program. It says specifically the bill encourages FAST program grants to be awarded to small businesses and underperforming states by requiring the Small Business Administration to prioritize such applicants and authorizing the SBA to provide additional assistance to such applicants. It says the bill defines underperforming states as being the 18 states that receive the fewest small business innovation research and small business technology transfer awards. So this is the Fast Fix Act of 2021. This is Senator Risch. He's a Republican out of Idaho. Just a few more bills, just a few more minutes, and we're going to wrap it up, y'all. Senate Bill 803. This is the Home Defense and Competitive Shooting Act of 2021. This is Senator Roger Marshall. He's a Republican out of Kansas. Says this bill removes short-barreled rifles. These are barrels of less than 16 inches in length from the definition of firearms for purposes of the National Firearms Act. So this is to remove those short-barrel rifles, y'all. Some gun legislation, Home Defense and Competitive Shooting Act of 2021. Senate Bill 804 is the SALT, Deduction Fairness Act. We've seen this one before over in the House. This is Senator Collins. Senator Collins, she's a Republican out of Maine. It says this bill increases the limitation of the deduction for state and local taxes to $20,000 for individuals filing a joint tax return. So this is Senator Collins, Susan Collins, Republican out of Maine. Our last bill, we're at the half hour, y'all. This is Senate Bill 805. Senate Bill 805 is the Davis-Bacon Repeal Act. This is Senator Mike Lee. He's a Republican out of Utah. It says this bill repeals the Davis-Bacon Act, which requires that the locally prevailing wage rate be paid to various classes of laborers and mechanics working under federally financed or federally assisted contracts for construction, alteration, and repair of public buildings or public works. So this is Senator Mike Lee, the Davis-Bacon Repeal Act, Senate Bill 805. And we're at the half hour. I am Tamara Johnson. Shealey, y'all. Keeping up with Congress. Again, if we want reparations, we got to be prepared to go to Congress to negotiate. We cannot not be prepared. This race is going to be in high gear as of January. I don't like to be the one to be reactive. I'm proactive. I like to get on the front of things. I like to be prepared. And I don't want us to get to January and we not be ready and we not be prepared. So again, if you have not gone to the website, if you have not joined this email list, please do. If you have not registered and to volunteer, please do. If you have not donated, please do. Please do. We have a race to the United States Senate that we can absolutely, when I tell you we can absolutely win this thing, we can absolutely win this. And they don't even see us coming. So I am Tamara Johnson Shealey. I will see you back here tomorrow for Keeping Up with Congress. Thank you for tuning in for Keeping Up with Congress. I am Tamara Johnson Shealey, your candidate for the United States Senate. I'm a progressive Democrat that believes that reparations will make America great. It is time that we bridge the divide in this country. Please go to the website. That's tamaraforgeorgia.com. www.tamara, Tamara, Georgia spelled out.com. Please join me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here for Keeping Up with Congress. All right. Good afternoon. Thank you, Clubhouse family. Thank you, Wisdom family. Thank you for joining me. Wisdom, I'm going to close you out. I will see you back here tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern. Thank you for joining me. All right, Clubhouse. I think I did this right. I was trying something. I don't know if it worked. Hopefully it did. Hey, Pam, welcome to the stage.
Greetings, sis. Hey, everyone. Hi, Waukesha. Hi, Ron.
Hello. How you doing, Waukesha? You got how many days? 5 days? Something. 6 days to go.
Yes. And my daughter's right here asking questions. So just imagine having kids, having a life, advocating, and running for office.
I can't, because I know how hard this is, and you got more children than me, and I know how hard this is.
Yes, it is. It's so real out here. I've been running from meeting to meeting to meeting, so I just left the Atlanta housing meeting, which kind of rolled over a couple of hours. I was like, oh my gosh, I got about 5 other meetings before I get here. And so I said, let me jump on and see if Tamara's on today. So yeah, I'm ready to take a nap.
Yeah, I bet you are. So I had you on Wisdom. So hopefully, I'm going to post. I posted your video yesterday on my Tamara for Georgia page. I have another clip from your Saturday visit with me. So I'll post that in just a little while. So I got you covered on this end, girl. I'm making sure that people know.
Yes. Listen, we are applying pressure. Everyone is coming. They're emailing. They want to talk now. Mind you, no endorsements, very little fun. But because I'm very outspoken and people believe that I can help push for some change, everybody want to be friends now. It's absolutely amazing.
And watch what happens when you win, Waukesha. Let me tell you what I saw happen to a candidate. This girl was not expected to be the winner in her race. And I saw people kind of like do what they do to you, like, and do to me now too. Like, don't really have, they feed you with a long handled spoon. Like my grandmother would say, like they'll speak and they cordial, but they don't get too close to you. And when this girl won her race, I remember going to her victory. I went to her victory party. And one of the legislators that treated her like she was nobody and she wasn't going to win came up to the mic and basically she apologized because, they really did treat that girl like, and she said it, the legislator actually said it, like, I didn't think you was going to win. And I just kind of sat there like, see, that's why you don't treat people in politics.